Hello everyone and welcome back. So today we are tackling my lip products. Lip products and blush are definitely categories of makeup that I tend to hoard for many years, and I end up with a lot of different formulas, a lot of different products that I'm not reaching for, some older products that I could probably get rid of at this point. I've also received some really lovely lip products in PR over the past few months, so my lip collection overall is definitely expanding at quite a rapid rate. So I wanted to come on here today and just declutter, streamline, and try and weed out some of those slightly older products that I'm not reaching for anymore. So if you enjoy this video, don't forget to hit the thumbs up button and subscribe if you're not already. My name is Millie and I do beauty videos and the occasional lifestyle and routine video as well. So if that sounds good, then do make sure you are subscribed and let's get into it. So I might have the odd lip product in a handbag somewhere, but I've tried to pull out some of the products that I have or that I know that I keep in my kind of everyday bag, just so that we have everything here. So I have my lip liners in this first little bin. These are from Muji, by the way, these storage bins. They are really great and they fit in my drawer perfectly. So I have my lip liners in there and also my kind of everyday lip balm. I then have lipsticks in here and any tinted balms. And then I have lip glosses, lip oils in this end one. This bin has definitely grown. I didn't used to have that many lip glosses or lip oils, but it's a category that I've been really enjoying and I definitely have some new products in here. So I'm going to start with my lip liners. So these are the lip liners I have. I also have this Sunbum lip balm, which is just a really nice, easy everyday lip balm. So I will keep this because I do use this when I'm doing my makeup, just to kind of prep my lips and give them a little bit of hydration. So I think I will keep all of my lip liners. I don't have a lot, and as you can see, my NYX lip liner in Natural, my two Charlotte Tilbury lip liners. So this one I think is Pillow Talk, and then the slightly darker one is Super Size Me. I'm running quite low on those, so I do definitely want to finish those up. Same with my Essence lip liner in Soft and Gentle. Nope, that is a very OG MAC product. This is Soft and Precise in First Love. So yeah, I definitely have some that are kind of on their way out. I have a Colourpop one here in BFF. This is quite a nice kind of everyday cool toned lip liner. This is probably my least used, but it does still kind of serve a purpose. I then have my only red lip liner. So this is in Kiss and Tell. This is my only red lip liner, so I do keep it for those very few occasions that I wear a red lipstick, but I think it's always nice just to have one. And then I have my NYX lip liner in Leon. I absolutely love the formula of these NYX lip liners. I think they are so good for the price, so I'm going to be keeping all of those. We're off to a strong start. And I did actually order one of the new e.l.f. lip liners as well, so that will be ending up in there. Ugh, I don't even know where to start. I might do brand by brand. So let's look at these YSL ones that are on the top. So these are my YSL lipsticks. I have one of the Candy Glaze, which I absolutely love. I then have 4 of the Love Shine lipsticks, which are more of a kind of oily tinted balm. So the Candy Glaze lipstick I have is in the shade 15. This is a really lovely everyday shade. The formula of these are like something I've just never tried before. They're very thick. They have the pigment of a lipstick, but the feel of a lip gloss. They are just very shiny, very nourishing lip product. So I am going to keep this. I have the shade 15. And then the 4 Love Shines, there are definitely a couple of these that I want to pass on. I know that my mum said she was quite interested in trying them. So yeah, I have a couple of shades that I'm just not really wearing, aren't really my type of shade. So let's go through them. So the first one that I have is number 8. So yeah, this is one of the ones that I might pass on. It's just a very kind of rusty red. I like the shade, but oh no, I just completely biffed it. Oopsie. I like the shade, but I don't know if I love the shade in this particular formula, if that makes sense. So this is going to be one I'm going to pass on. Next up is shade number 44. Yeah, I think this is definitely going to be one I'm keeping. This is just a really nice everyday mauve shade. Really lovely, and such a lovely formula as well. You can really see how kind of sheer and tinted these are in that particular swatch. So that's number 44. The next one that I have is number 150. I think this is another one. This is another one that I'm definitely going to keep. So that's just a bit brighter. It has just a really nice coral tint to it, and I absolutely love this shade, so definitely I'm going to keep that one. So I think that means this last one, which is in the shade 122, is another one that I'm going to declutter. Yeah, see, it's just a bit too dark for me. I don't love these types of shades. It does it quite nice there in the swatch, but I just think it's a little bit too dark, and I much prefer these middle two just for an everyday basis. These are the kind of shades I'm reaching for, so yeah, this one I'm also going to pass on. So keeping with the luxury makeup theme, I have two of these Givenchy lipsticks, which are in very interesting, quite garish, out there packaging. You're not going to miss these in your makeup collection. It's like a padded silver material. I think these were limited edition last Christmas or the Christmas before, but I really like the shades actually. So the first one is 338, and this is just a really nice red. I don't have too many reds in my collection, just because it's not a colour that I reach for a lot, so I don't like to keep too many, but this is one that I do really enjoy. And then this next one is in the shade 27. This is actually one of my favourite lipsticks. It's a really nice kind of blotted matte formula, and the shade is just one that I really, really like. So it just blends out really beautifully. You can sheer it out to be a really nice rosy shade. And again, I don't have a lot of lipsticks that have this very kind of smoothing airbrush matte look, so I really, really do enjoy this one. And you can buy these in their permanent range. It's just the silver packaging that I have that is limited edition, but the actual lipstick shade itself you can buy in their permanent lineup. Okay, where to go to next? So I have two of these fresh sugar lip balms, and I really like these actually. They are very pigmented for a tinted lip balm, so you do have to be a little bit careful when you're applying them, because they can kind of go everywhere, because they are a very melty formula. So I have the shade Tulip, which, I mean, yeah, ooh, as you can see, oh my goodness me. Yeah, as you can see, they can kind of melt and become a little bit gross in there. I think this Tulip shade I am going to get rid of. It's quite old, and I have other pink lipsticks that I prefer, so I am going to get rid of this. I am, however, going to keep the shade Spice. This is one of my favorite kind of everyday nude shades in the autumn. It's such a lovely kind of toasty caramel. I really, really love the shade. And again, this one isn't as pigmented as Tulip. I don't know if they changed the formula kind of in between buying these, because Tulip was the one that I bought first. But yeah, I just love the shade. It's really nice in the autumn because it's just a lovely warm caramel. I then have some MAC lipsticks, which are just so nostalgic to me. These are all probably on the older side, but a couple of them I might keep just for nostalgia sakes, and if I feel like they are still workable and I can still wear them safely without, you know, contaminating my lips. So I have this mini one here. This is really sweet. This is in the shade Mocha. This is a really nice everyday shade, quite similar to Spice actually from Fresh, but just obviously with a lot more pigment. This is a really nice one and probably the newest one in my collection, so I am going to keep this. Next up we have the shade Brave, which is just a really, this is quite old now. It's a really nice mauve. I used to wear a lot of mauve lipsticks, and I just don't reach for that kind of shade anymore. I don't necessarily think that the tone is as flattering as maybe I once thought when I was in my early 20s and my late teens. So I think Brave is going to be one that I declutter, which is really sad because it's such a classic shade, but I have had this for quite a while, and again, the shade just isn't something that I find myself reaching for. The next one that I have is on hold, which is a really nice coral. I love these types of shades in the summer. Kind of matches my nail polish almost. It's just a really nice strawberry pink. And I like the amount of shine as well that this gives. It's quite a hydrating one. It is a cream sheen formula, so you do get that really lovely natural shine without it being too glossy. Marrakesh is the next one that I have. This might be one that I declutter. Again, it's kind of that like reddy brown shade that I'm just not sure is the shade for me. This one is definitely a lot darker, and I just do not reach for these shades. Even in the autumn and winter, I don't find them to be very flattering. And it is a matte shade as well, so I think I'm going to get rid of that one. And then the last one that I have is Velvet Teddy, which is just the most, one of the most classic matte lipsticks. I feel like everybody knows Velvet Teddy. It's a really nice, easy, classic, neutral pink. I am going to keep this one because again, it's just a really easy everyday shade and an absolute classic. So the last kind of collection of lip products I have are all of my Charlotte Tilbury lipsticks, and then we can go on to the random one brand lip products that I have. I love the Charlotte Tilbury lipstick formulas. I think they are absolutely stunning, definitely one of my favorites, and I have some of my all-time favorite lipsticks in this mix, so this might be quite hard to whittle down, but we'll see. So the first one here that I've pulled out is Stoned Rose. This is my favorite lipstick of all time. I am obsessed with this really nice warm coral. It's a little bit neutral, but I just love the shade so much. I find it just a really nice, flattering, everyday shade. I absolutely love it, and the formula. I think this is one of their Kissing lipsticks, which is a really nice, creamy, hydrating formula, so definitely keeping this. The next one that I have is Bitch Perfect. I'm running really low on this, so I would really love to finish this up actually, and this is a really easy everyday shade to reach for as well. Again, it's just a really nice neutral pinky peach, a very good everyday shade, and I find it just works well with a lot of different looks, so I will keep that one as well. Red Carpet Red is the next one. This is, as the name would suggest, a red. So this and the Givenchy are the only red lipsticks that I have in my collection, and I'm quite happy with that. I'm happy with the two of those lipsticks, so I will keep this one as well. Okay, I think this is going to be the only one I declutter. This is Bond Girl. I think this has now been renamed Am I Kiss or something like that. I don't know why she renamed all of her products randomly one day, but so this is again that kind of purpley mauvey shade. Really pretty. I might see if my mum wants this actually. Yeah, just not the kind of shade that I reach for anymore. I much prefer something that's just a bit brighter, a bit more pink or coral leaning. So this is one that I'm going to pass on. And then the last one that I have here is Miranda May. This is one of my favorites again. I just love the coral shade. Really, really pretty for summer. This is the collaboration that she did with Miranda Kerr, who again, I absolutely love. Yeah, this is one of my favorite summer lipsticks. As you can see, it's really bright, a really nice kind of strawberry coral. Looks absolutely stunning with a tan, so definitely keeping that. So now we're going to move on to the kind of random section. I only have one lipstick from a lot of these brands, so let's start with this one at the top, which is the Power Lip Power in the shade 109. This is like the perfect lip shade for me, honestly. It's a beautiful, a very easy to wear kind of tawny rosewood pink. I just absolutely love the shade. Again, it's like my perfect My Lips But Better. It kind of has a similar finish to the Cream Machine lipsticks from MAC. So you get a little bit of hydration in there, a tiny bit of creaminess, which just makes it look not as flat on the lips, but there's no shimmer or anything. It's just a nice creamy formula. I then have probably one of my favorite lipsticks ever. This is the NARS Tinted Balm in Fast Lane. I am like, I can't even roll it up anymore. This is the product I keep in my work bag. So when I'm in the office, this is what I'm reapplying throughout the day. So I've definitely worked it down to a little nubbin in there. I don't even think I'll be able to get a swatch out of it. Nope. I love this. It's a really nice, cool toned, kind of lilac-y pink. It's very, very brightening. I love how hydrating it is as well. It's just a stunning tinted lip balm formula. Very thin, very sheer, but it does give you a little bit of tint to the lips. So I'm absolutely obsessed with this. I will definitely repurchase or be on the hunt for something very, very similar once I have officially used this up. My Glossier lipstick in the shade, I don't even know what shade this is, Cake. I did have the old, or the very, very first iteration of the shade when Glossier first launched. They were in a slightly slimmer lipstick packaging, and they were a little bit more on the dry side. So these are still matte. They have a really nice blotted matte finish. I really like the shade as well for the autumn. It's really lovely. Next up, I have a very special lipstick in my collection. This is the Tom Ford sheer lipstick in the shade number 10. This is one of my all-time favorite lipsticks. I don't even know if this shade is available anymore, which is really sad, but it's a really nice kind of sheer tinted pink. I love how brightening this is. Again, it's a beautiful one for the spring and summer. The packaging is stunning. I mean, it's Tom Ford. Like, you really cannot go wrong. Like, you really can't go wrong. I mean, it's absolutely stunning. It's a work of art, and I'm definitely going to be holding on to this. This is one of the most underrated lipsticks, in my opinion. If you can find Catrice in the country in which you reside, these Clean ID Silk Intense lipsticks are absolutely amazing. They are so creamy, so hydrating. I love the shade as well. This is in Mocha Delight. Like, it's the most perfect warm neutral. I just absolutely love it. They feel so comfortable on the lips. I cannot recommend this formula enough. I've never heard anybody talk about these lipsticks. The packaging is a little bit kind of neither here nor there. It is a cardboard packaging, but that does make it recyclable, so I guess that's a pro, but just a beautiful formula. Do not sleep on these lipsticks. This is another one that I am going to be getting rid of. This is the Huda Beauty lipstick in the shade First Kiss. This is just a shade thing for me. I mean, you can see how cool toned this shade is. It's so not me. I don't know what I was thinking when I bought this. Like, it's just, oh, it makes me look ill. I do not like the shade at all. It's a very cool toned, mauvey, kind of grey brown. It's not for me. And the more I look at it, the more I think, oh my gosh, I would just never wear that in a million years. I don't know if the swatches online looked a bit different, or the promo pictures or something, because this would just never be a shade I would reach for. And yeah, therefore I am going to be decluttering this. So the next lipstick I have is this really pretty one from Vive. These are very similar to the Charlotte Tilbury lipsticks. I'm sure they took some inspiration from Charlotte Tilbury, perhaps. This is the shade 90, which is a really nice light pinky peach. It's probably one of the lighter nude shades I have. It's quite similar to Bitch Perfect from Charlotte Tilbury, but again, really nice, easy, everyday formula. Has a nice shine to it, without it being glossy. Yeah, I really like this formula, and the packaging is really cute, so keeping this one. And then I think I'm going to declutter this one as well. This is the Colourpop lippy stick in the shade Cookie. I don't love the formula of this. I find it to be a bit dry. The colour is really nice. It's almost like nighty, but it has a bit more pigment. Like, it's a bit more filled out, you know. It is nice. I find it a bit dry on the lips. I don't find it the most comfortable formula in the world. And I just have a lot of other lipsticks in this kind of colour family that I prefer, like the Vive one, like my Charlotte Tilbury Bitch Perfect. There's just other ones I prefer. And yeah, so that's one I'm going to get rid of. Okay, so they all fit in there really nicely. So I'm pretty chuffed with that. Next, let's move on to my lip glosses, lip oils. This is definitely the category that has grown a lot in my makeup collection. So I don't know how many of these I'll be getting rid of, because a lot of them are quite new and I'm still very excited about them. So I'm going to start with my Clarins lip oils. I love these lip oils. The packaging is a little bit leaky, so I would be aware of that if you are looking to travel with these or to have them as like your new handbag staple. The packaging is a bit pants and it does leak, so I probably wouldn't recommend that. And I do always stand them up. You can see already it's like kind of leaking everywhere. So not the best packaging, but the formula of these, oh my giddy aunt, they are absolutely incredible. This is the shade Chocolate. Then I have Strawberry and Apricot. All of these I love and use. The tint is quite sheer, so They work really nicely over a lot of different lip products I have, and I just adore them. My favourite lip oil, so I will be keeping them. Another lip oil that I love, and I'm almost out of this. This is the Milani Fruit Fetish lip oil in the shade Strawberry Melon. Again, the packaging, like, do lip oils just have to come in such crap packaging? This is a bit thicker than the Clarins ones, but I love this. I mean, it's such a nice brightening pink shade. It looks really nice with just a very fresh face of makeup and a really nice pop of pink on the cheeks as well. It's a stunning shade. And again, I'm nearly out of it, so I would love to hopefully finish this up over the coming months. I then have the newest products in my collection. These are 3 of the Armani Prismaglass lip glosses. I have done a whole video on these, which I will link for you. I think I'm going to pass on the clear lip gloss. I don't really use clear lip glosses. I don't really find a place for them in my personal collection. I much prefer something that does give my lips a bit of colour, and that has more of a tint to it. So I'm probably going to get rid of the clear. And then the 2 that I have left are number 5 and number 2. I really do like both of these. Number 2 I think is my favourite because it's just a really nice, again, just very like brightening pink shade. I love these types of shades. I think they're just really flattering. And I like the formula of these as well. They are a tiny bit tingly on the lips. They don't claim to have any plumping like quality to them, but I most definitely feel a little bit of a tingle with these, so that's just something to be aware of. My Lisa Eldridge lipstick in Muse. Again, this is one that I keep in my handbag because I just love the formula, very hydrating, and I really like the shade. It's just a really easy, neutral pink, cannot go wrong. I think they describe it as like a, almost like a lip treatment. They are quite thick, so I can kind of see how they can be described as a lip treatment, but I just love the shade of this. As you can see, it's a lot more neutral than the other 2 that I've swatched, so a really nice everyday option. I then have one of my favourite lip products. This is the Bobbi Brown oil infused gloss in the shade New Romantic. This has been in my collection for quite a while, but I really love it. I mean, you can see the types of shades that I gravitate towards. It's becoming quite obvious, isn't it? This is a tiny bit more on the mauve side, but I really, really like this gloss. I think the formula is stunning as well. It really does feel like a cross between a lip gloss and a lip oil. And they have a really nice like candied orange scent to them. Really, really appealing. I quite like it anyway. So yes, I'm going to be keeping this one as well. I don't think I'm going to get rid of any of these lip glosses. So the next one is my Laneige Glowy Balm in Grapefruit. This is another handbag staple for me. I did have to pull this out so that I can feature it in this video. It's definitely the most sheer out of all the ones I've swatched, but a lovely option. These smell incredible. They don't go gloopy on the lips. They just create a really nice shine, really easy to wear for every day. Love the scent as well. And I mean, it has a tiny tint to it, but it's not too detectable on the lips. So I love these glowy balms from Laneige. Laneige just know how to make a good lip product, so I definitely love these. So this is the Charlotte Tilbury Rosy Glow Collagen lipstick. I would say shade-wise, this is probably the most like different in my collection. In terms of like a lip gloss, it's definitely more on the warm side of things. It's quite similar to the Lisa Eldridge, but it has a bit more pigment to it. This does have a minty scent. So it does have, oh my god, you can see it's like picked up all my hairs there on my wrist. Oopsie. That's a bit gross. It does have a slight minty quality, so it kind of plumps the lips up a little bit. I love this. I really like the shade if I'm using more of a kind of peachy nude, something that's a bit warmer. This is the lip gloss that I will use. I'm undecided about these 2 because these are definitely quite old now in my collection, and I just don't know if they're still 100% good. So the first one is the Fenty Gloss Bomb in Fussy, which I really like. It's a very, I mean, this is like such a classic lip gloss formula. This was the lip gloss that all other lip glosses got compared to. It's very plumping, very smoothing. I think I will keep this one actually. It's really nice. And the shade is just a really easy everyday colour. And then this Maybelline one, I think I'm going to Declutter. It's a bit old, it's become a little bit gloopy. This is their lifter gloss in the shade Reef. I really do like the shade and I would recommend it, but I just think it's become a bit old in my collection. This is a really pigmented lip gloss, as you can see. Almost like a liquid lipstick, but without the kind of matte finish. Very similar to these shades up here, but more, it just has a lot more pigment to it. And yeah, I really do like it, but I think it's just a bit old now in my collection. So that's one I'm going to get rid of. So these are the lipsticks I'm going to be getting rid of or passing on to shades I don't wear and formulas that have perhaps expired. So I feel like we did quite well actually today. I'm really happy that everything fits properly and I can see everything. I definitely have some room to expand on my lip liners. There's always fun and exciting lip products that I want to try, so I'm happy that I've cleared a little bit of room. So I really hope you enjoyed this video. If you did, don't forget to hit the thumbs up button and subscribe if you're not already, and I will see you in my next one. Bye!